yesterday I couldn't change the treatment time, but today it's working properly. Should I be concerned that I have a defective one? This is an interesting question, and I want to make sure to clarify one thing when making sure that you're toggling the device. Make sure that when you are selecting your treatment time that you're not holding the WellspaiO maybe in your hand or on a conductive surface, because as soon as you turn on that WellspaiO, it's going to start a treatment if the circuit's complete and if it's conducting. So if I'm holding it in my hand and trying to toggle to the time, it's going to think that I'm starting a treatment most of the time because our hands are moist and can conduct that current. And so make sure that when you're toggling to times that you're either holding it up in your hand like this, or it's on a surface that's not conducting, and then you should be able to easily change the treatment time and then touch it to your skin to start the treatment. All right, Casey, here's another one for you. Is there a scientific explanation why there's a specific movement, meaning either if it's circular, straight, and circular for each routine? And what if the user accidentally changes the movements on a specific routine? Will there be any impact?
I'm really glad that this question was asked because I think it's on everyone's mind, right? So each routine was developed to target the area and also provide the experience that you're looking for it, whether it's restore, whether it's rejuvenate, relax, or revitalize. So each routine has commonalities in the way that the device is moved. Each of them should focus on upward and inward. So the massage in circles specific to the rejuvenate, relax, and revitalize will have some additional benefits in the way that, in the experience and how it interacts with your skin. But if the incorrect motion is used, it really isn't going to have any detrimental impacts. You just might not get the full experience.
Great. Thanks, Casey. Okay, here's another one for you. How long does it take for the product, the WellspaiO system, to show effectiveness?
So I think this is an interesting question because I would have to counter with what do we mean by effectiveness? But let me say, as we talked about in the clinical results, right? Individuals who are using the device for restore and the revitalize and rejuvenate and relax might feel immediate benefits in the way that it makes them feel. But visible benefits for beauty seem to start manifesting around week 4 or maybe a little bit later, depending on the specific characteristic. So you might start to feel something immediately. Hydration is going to be pretty immediate. But if you're looking at like firming or toning or the appearance of cellulite, that would probably take a little bit longer, in 4 to 8 weeks.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. Okay. What measurable difference in results is achieved by using the age-lock WellspaiO after exfoliation versus without using the body polish? Casey, you have an answer for us?
So we haven't conducted any specific comparison studies of the revitalized routine with or without the body polish. But because the body polish provides the exfoliation, so it's helping to get rid of some of those top dead skin cells, then it makes it so that product can more easily be absorbed. And when you have a product that's more easily absorbed, then you usually get a faster speed of benefits, so you could see things better. We don't have any specific data to support this, but our research in general would indicate that the benefits of using the revitalized regimen in total versus just the routine would yield greater and faster improvements.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Any recommendations for cleaning the WellspaiO device for hygiene and help get it ready for the next person? So according to the user manual, you should use a slightly damp, lint-free cloth to wipe away any serum, gel, or debris from either the hand grip or on the metallic nodes and charger after use. You should not immerse the device in water or any liquid. It's important to keep in mind, though, that age-lock WellspaiO was developed for individual and personal use. We don't necessarily recommend that devices should be shared, and the cleaning instructions in the manual for individual use are adequate. Yet we know that demonstrations of WellspaiO provide a lot of benefit. So if you need to, if the device needs to be sanitized, we'd recommend using an isopropyl alcohol to wipe that has less than 70% concentration of alcohol to be used on the probes. It should be allowed to dry, and then you wipe it down with a damp cloth for 1 minute to help protect the nodes. So as soon as you rub it with the isopropyl alcohol, you'll want to make sure to hurry and wipe that off to help prevent protect the nodes and make sure there's no damage to them. Okay, many customers use the ageLOC WellspaiO on the shoulders to relieve body tension and aches. However, this routine is not in the Vera app. Will there be more updates in future on routines and customization? Casey, can you tell us a little bit about shoulder use?
Yeah, so again, when we're talking about the deltoid muscles, so if you look at your shoulder, right, that's the muscle that comes right over the head of it. That is allowable. And when you look at the relax rejuvenate routine for the tricep, you can see that it does creep onto the deltoid, and so that would not be a problem. If you're going above the head of the shoulder, right, and you're coming into this area right here, that again is part of that trapezius, and that would be considered part of the neck and the upper back. And so that is the off limits space. And so we will not be adding any routines relative to that until we have more data on the potential safety for it. But that being said, we are looking at potentially expanding routines. And so more routines could be added at a later date, depending on what becomes developed.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. Okay, Trina, we have a question for you. Can we have a demo mode in the app so we can demonstrate the app to customers without changing or affecting our own customized routines?
This is a great question and something that we've talked about as a team. I've also had requests from other markets and regions for the same thing. So it is something that we're looking at as a future improvement to the connected feature set.
One more reason to keep your Vera up to date and make sure you're getting the latest and greatest features. Okay, all right, Casey, here's another one for you. What does the comfort event count in Empower Insights mean? Is the lower the better or vice versa?
This is a great question. So the comfort event count, it basically means how many times the microcurrent is doing a major adaptation for you. So it's having to reset, go back to the low, and ramp up to find that optimized current for you. And these comfort events can happen for different reasons. If I'm doing a restore routine, every time I pick it up, you're going to get a comfort event count, and you would expect that, and that would be part of the routine. If you end up moving off the area that has product, there's a good chance that you'll get it then. And that might be something that you could correct or fix in trying to stay either apply a wider application of product or stay where the product has been applied. Comfort events don't necessarily mean that you're doing something bad or good. It's just kind of showing you that the device is working. That said, if you're getting a lot of comfort events, like more than 2 or 3 per minute, and you're not doing the restore routine, then it probably means that you need to adjust your movement a little bit. And the things that you could do is move a little bit more slowly and uniformly, try to keep as many probes in contact with your skin as possible, and that can help to lower that a bit.
Great, thanks, Casey, and great question. Okay, all right, Casey, can you tell us a little bit about what an ideal movement graph would look like in the Empower Insights in Vera?
And again, the same type of thing. With all of it, you're trying to find smooth transitions. It doesn't really matter if things move up or if things move down, but you want to try to keep the graphs as smooth as possible. If they're not smooth, if they're shaky, then it probably means that you're doing something a little bit sporadically. Trina gave a great explanation of the 3-axis accelerometer in the device. So when you look at that graph, right, the changes have to do with moving the device back and forth, and you would expect some of that right or left, and then up and down. And so you're going to have some innate movement depending on how you're using the device. But again, you wouldn't want anything to be super jumpy or drastic. And again, just trying to keep your movements super smooth and fluid.
Awesome, thank you. And what a great feature to help with guidance and to ensure that we're using WellSpa correctly. Okay, last one for Casey. What can I do to have my microcurrent and biphasic waveform performing at its peak in Empower Insights?
again, it's that same thing. For optimal use, you really want to maintain the current as much as possible. So making sure that you have the right amount of product, and applying more product if it dries out, because sometimes that innately happens and there's nothing you can do about it. And again, using slow, fluid movements so that you're not getting a lot of those drastic changes.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, Trina, will Vera app have a feature to track body transformation like the selfie timeline?
This is something we also explored, but because of the sensitive nature of some of those body areas that the WellspaiO is used on, we've been advised by our legal team that we should not include a feature like this at this point in time.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, there are so many devices in Nu Skin's current portfolio. How should I recommend the device that best addresses my customers' concerns? I'll go ahead and answer one. This is a great question. At Nu Skin, we understand that looking and feeling your best is ultimate skincare goal, and we are excited to offer the Dream Team our range of innovative wellness and beauty devices designed to elevate your skincare journey. This is our portfolio where our devices can address various skin concerns that you have. Regardless of your concerns, we have the right device for you with our range of devices. The ageLOC LumiSpa and the ageLOC Boost are facial devices designed for daily use. For weekly use on the face and scalp, use Galvanic Spa. And then our latest ageLOC WellspaiO is a body care device that is designed for use 3 times a week to daily. Regardless of your concern, we have the right device for you. Okay, this has been great. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of our ageLOC WellspaiO Ask the Experts digital product opportunity meeting. It was so lovely